This is going to be Shadowfang Keep as a Guardian Druid. I know I've been here a lot of times, but I haven't had a tank perspective here yet. So let's do that now and then be done with this. Right, so Guardian Druid, looking at people. Oh, I already did this as Restoration. I guess that run wasn't worth showing because I didn't put it on my list. But yeah, so I'm a Guardian now, doing bear things. What level was I? If the enemies are 24, I'm probably 24. Let's see about it. $24, yep. Okay. Don't have swipe yet. That comes at 32. I hear Mistweaver sounds. So we have one of those healers. That's always nice. This place is fine. It's a cool dungeon. I just kind of did it too many times and got tired of it, that's all. I leveled a lot of characters through these low-level dungeons all at once. I'm seeing Elemental Shaman stuff. Okay, so Elemental Shaman, Mistweaver Monk, what are the other two? Is that a Balanced Druid? Maybe. What is that first one? And what's the second one? I don't know, I can't tell from here. Anyway, yeah, so, Guardian Druid. Still feels pretty awkward even at this point. Back at 24, I did not have swipe, so yeah, I just have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maul, Mangle, Maul, Moonfire, Thrash. Or if I'd prefer to Iron Fur instead of Maul, which I probably should most of the time, then just skip Maul, use Iron Fur to take a bit less damage. Keep Thrash up. I don't have an interrupt at this point, so I can't do anything about pain and suffering. Let's see. Druid's interrupt comes like super late. It's 60-ish, I think? Oh, this is what it looks like to asphyxiate a bear. It looks like nothing. I just float in the air. I didn't even notice this while the fight was going on. There is no Druid animation for that, apparently. So let's see, we have some pretty decent damage going out here. Baron Ashbury here, I believe, only gets one Asphyxiate cast off. Usually I see 2 in here, but everybody's damage was on point enough that he goes down before he gets a chance to do it again. So that's nice. This is an efficient team. People down there who haven't done the quests yet wait for Deathstalker Commander Belmont to show up. My head's going slightly through this door. I'm not sure if there's a trigger condition for him to come and open this door, or if he just does it after a time. This one I don't understand as well as some of the other spots where you have to interact with him. There he is. Appears right inside me. You can skip these two if nobody gets too close to them. I don't always trust that not to happen though, so it's... I don't know. Often a good idea to pull in... Oh, somebody disconnected. That's unfortunate. Maybe they'll be back. Sometimes people come back after they disconnect, sometimes they don't. And I usually give them, like, you know, a few battles to come back, then initiate a kick if they're still offline. Because, you know, if we're down a party member, might as well get someone else who can benefit from the dungeon, rather than somebody who's offline and cannot. Hey, level 25. Nothing happens at 25, you just level up. So yeah, as far as tank goes, this place is pretty straightforward. There's one or two places you have to be a little bit careful about. There's one kind of annoying room coming up where, what's his name, Baron Silverlane is. That one's always messy. I haven't figured out... I've seen it done non-messily, but I haven't figured out how people manage to do it that way. You always end up with like a whole bunch of casters all spread out, targeting you and or the healer. You hopefully. Wait, why do these guys look all shadowy? They don't normally look like that, I thought. This is not how I'm used to seeing those. Yes, Moonkin's a renowned explorer. Oh hey, did he just get Moonkin form in this dungeon? Or like find the button? Because he was just a normal Tauren a moment ago. Huh. So yeah, once I get Swipe at level 32, it's a button I can just press whenever I want, as many times as I want, and it's like a little miniature Thrash. It'll just hit everything around me like that, as much as I want. You know, Mangle's gonna do more damage and generate some rage. Thrash is gonna apply its bleed effect and possibly do more damage, maybe hit more targets. I'm not super clear on the main differences between Swipe and Thrash. They seem pretty similar, but you can use Swipe more often. I've done like 1 or 2 dungeons with that ability now, and it's better, but still not great. Oh hey, I've managed not to get the attention of anybody past this point, so I have those 5 on me. They're still a little spread out, more than I'd usually like, but... Oh, somebody's seen us. Yeah. See, so this is how this room goes. I can hit him with Moonfire. And try to get their attention. I could go over there and fight them, but then, you know, a bunch of these would stay in place over there, and I'd get the attention of more. It's just annoying, so I'm just kind of trying to keep his attention at that range. It's kind of working. They don't do enough damage that it's a huge problem if their attention is not focused on me, but it just makes everything messier if it's not. This room's just laid out weirdly, like that big table in the middle splitting it apart. I don't know. That's just how it is, though. Alright, Baron Silverlane. Pretty straightforward dude. Gets some Worgen friends halfway through the fight. Doesn't really matter much. Nothing particularly special for a tank to do here. When he casts Summon Worgen Spirit, it takes like... How long does it take for it to actually show up? It's a while. So yeah, we got Odo the Blind Watcher like 6 seconds later. I don't know why there's such a delay on it. Like, you see the cast bar, it completes, but then nobody comes for a long time. Another one coming eventually. I'm looking around to see when it arrives. Okay, we got Razorclaw the Butcher. So I guess it's just a random dude who comes to help him. And they all disappear as soon as he dies, so it makes more sense just to focus solely on him and not bother killing the summoned spirits. Okay, it's time to get rid of this offline person. Am I going to do anything about this? Apparently I'm not. Maybe someone else will. Mistweaver's mana is staying full. My health is... I was in the red a time or two, but not too big deal. I never worry about throughput when I'm with a Mistweaver. Only possibly mana, but like, even that's usually not a concern at this level of dungeon. In terms of healers, I've gotten a little more familiar with Restoration Shaman since last time I recorded some of these. It's good. It's very good. Quite enjoyable to play. No throughput issues, no mana issues so far. Yeah, just feels real great. I understand why so many people in dungeons like this I see are playing them, because they just feel real nice. Still like Discipline Priest and Mistweaver better, but Shaman would be a close third, I think. I'll definitely show this character as a healer at some point. Druid's my least favorite healer right now. Again, maybe it gets better later, but man, like, I just cannot find anything for this Druid to do that really agrees with me. Maybe I should try Balance, maybe I should try Feral, but like, Guardian and Restoration just are not doing it. Alright, what's the name? Commander Springvale? Alright, so here I do have to pay attention to one thing. He's gonna do like a little Death and Decay sort of thing on the ground. Oh yeah, so, watch this effect. There we go, somebody initiated a kick, finally. Yes. Right, so that circle on the ground, imagine it's red instead of green. That's what Death and Decay used to look like when a Death Knight used it. But now it looks different. And sounds different. So it does a bunch of damage and slows me down when I'm in it. Just want to move him out. That Balanced Druid is standing right in it, as if on purpose. Some people don't move out of it, and honestly, you know, it's not really a major problem if you don't. It's just, you know, feels like sloppy play to not move out of the thing. Alright, so Deathstalker Commander Belmont, dude who's our dungeon guide here, has to wait a while before he becomes a quest turn-in point. I've already done the quests, but I know people here are questing, so they'll need to talk to him. I'm not sure when his trigger point is when he actually becomes turn-inable. I knew I could survive for a moment here while they do that, so I'm just gonna move on. Somebody's getting Ghostly Essence out of these. So every class gets their own unique quest, other than presumably Death Knight and Demon Hunter, to come here and... I wonder if Monk does. Maybe not, because they were added after Cataclysm, when this was redone. Collect materials from Shadowfang Keep for a weapon to be made from them. Every single time I've done that quest, I already have a better weapon just from doing dungeons or quests elsewhere. So it's never been an upgrade, but I still bother to do it. You know, come here, collect some Ghostly Essence, or Deathless Sinew, or... what is it? Moon-touched wood. Those little stacks of iron bars we're seeing around. You can pick those up if you're on a quest for them. So yeah, just everybody gets a reason to come here. I wonder if that's a Horde-only thing. Maybe the Alliance gets a quest for a different dungeon, like the Stockade or something. Because like this is kind of a Horde dungeon, or at least it was historically. It's in... what's that place called? Silverpine Forest? Silverpine Woods? Next to Tirisfal Glades? So yeah, deep in Horde territory. You know, you can get there safely as Alliance, but... Which is funny that the reverse is not true of the Stockade. Like, you can't really go deep into Stormwind safely as a Horde player. So if you want to get there, by far the easiest way is the Dungeon Finder. I want to get the Geist at the same time as the Gargoyles, but they're too far away from Moonfire. There we go. They came to me. It's fine. Another place where fear is just a minor annoyance. There's no real danger to actually be feared into here. Maybe in theory, if you were standing at the right place, the wrong place, you could get feared from the first gargoyle to the second one. I used dash. Gonna be a very clumsy kitty here, because I'm trying to shift back to bear form, but I didn't find my button quick enough. Oops. Anyway, yeah, so I can change to cat form and run faster. And if I press my minus button, I can run even faster for a moment. So that's my mobility increase. It's kind of like a shaman going into ghost wolf form. Yeah, so Druid gets great mobility as long as I don't have to take a hit at the same time. But I do need to know where my shift back into bear button is. And I did not find it immediately there. That's what these low-level dungeons are for, though. Working out the kinks and stuff like that. Everything's forgiving enough that if I'm at kitty for a moment, it's not really a problem. Everything wants to be behind me or to the side of me. I want everything to... See, an annoying thing that enemies in this game do is that if there's a whole cluster of them, like, all standing in the exact same spot, they'll, after a moment of attacking you, they'll kind of spread themselves out and try to sort of encircle your location. Somebody's having fun with emotes. They found their emote buttons. Okay. Well... I see. Anyway, yeah, so it's really hard to keep things on the same side of me. I don't want to be hit from the back because I can't parry those attacks. I'm not sure... Does a druid parry? They don't block because they don't have a shield. Let's see, parry, block, dodge. They'd be able to dodge. Anyway, yeah. So nothing interesting going on here for the tank. This is mostly a healer... healer fight, because like group-wide damage is always going out here. Everybody takes a bunch, and there's nothing much you can do about it, just have to heal through it. Alright, Mr. Belmont's got to show up again and open this door. Always waiting for him. High Warlord Cromush is up there somewhere. He's a character who shows up later. Deathstalker Commander Belmont, on the other hand, I've never seen him outside this dungeon. I don't know what his story is. Somebody has to go somewhere. That's fine. We can move on without you. You'll catch up, I'm sure. There's this dead zone with just nothing going on in it for a little while here anyway. I'm waiting for at least my monk to start following me, I think. I don't want to go too far without him. There he goes. There's some geists in this stairway. I could take them alone. There. Not elite monsters. Don't pose a threat. There we go. Ah, we got a 2-pet hunter here. So apparently that's a talent you can take as a beast mastery hunter. If you want 2 pets, you can have 2 pets. Or you can have a damage boost instead. I chose the damage boost on my hunter. I don't want to manage 2 pets at once. 1 is enough for me. So at this point, I've learned that this door has to have Deathstalker Commander Belmont open it, so I plant my big bear butt right in the door to make sure I summon him while we're still fighting these to save some time. So I have been here with one group who just didn't know what the trigger for opening the door was, and everybody just sort of stood there until somebody figured out you have to walk close to it. There's Cromush. He's injured apparently. Alright, last boss room. These guys do a bunch of poisony stuff. Good to have them out of the way. Well, I guess you can't really get around them unless you do some tricky platforming up above. You can jump from that stairway up there to where Lord Godfrey is, but it's a hard jump to make. I always try to do it here, and I only get it like a third of the time or so. It's a surprisingly wide gap. Some people like to fight Lord Godfrey up here, some people like to take him down to the middle of the room. I guess I prefer to do it up here. There's plenty of room. There's not much going on in this fight. Just need room to get out of the way of pistol barrage, and that's really it. So yeah, only interesting things about tanking this fight are, you know, move out of the way when he does pistol barrage, look at which way he's facing and be not in that direction, and pick up the bloodthirsty ghouls when they get summoned. That's all. Gonna try the jump. Am I gonna make it? Nope. Hard to tell where the edge of my hitbox is as a bear, and also it's just a surprisingly wide gap. Not the easiest jump to make. Alright, I'm done here. Cool. See you next time.